Happy Christmas and welcome to yet another video about one of my favourite animated television shows, The Simpsons. Specifically, and most appropriately, I'm going to talk about a Christmas episode, Season 9, Episode 10, Miracle on Evergreen Terrace, released in 1997. Before I get started, feel free to grab yourself a drink of Snowball, or something lighter, a slice of Yule log, and let's get into this Christmas episode of The Simpsons. I hope you all enjoy. The episode begins with Homer and Marge on their way to do Homer's Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve, which I'm sure anyone can relate to is the worst time. They arrive at the store and just manage to find a parking space. Well, that is one way of doing it. They head into the store and it's mobbed, but Homer has a trick up his sleeve by pretending to be of service to the other customers. But actually, he takes their own shopping, crafty bugger. It's a pretty funny scene to kick off the episode. It's kind of a clever way to get your shopping done the day before the big day and at a tight time. Although, in reality, you would probably not get away with it. I guarantee you all of those customers and the security would be on Homer and he would not stand a chance against any of them with their shopping. It's also pretty silly and over the top, but because this is an animated show and it's Homer Simpson, it doesn't matter at this point. So, if you're in a hurry to get your shopping done on Christmas Eve, take some notes from how Homer Simpson does it. Later that day, around the evening at the Simpsons' house, Homer is about to turn the Christmas lights on outside the front of the house. After Bart and Lisa get jump scared by the outside decorations that have fallen, caused by Homer.
It's craptacular.
I have to say, the way the lights have been displayed doesn't look that great, but at least Homer's added Santa, his sleigh, and the reindeer this time. I mean, look at the way the lights were shown in the very first episode of The Simpsons. It looks neatly presented but also soulless. At least there's something to look at and remember with these messily presented lights, such as having Santa, his sleigh, and the reindeer. So, in the end, it's messy, but an improvement by Homer. To make it as perfect as possible this year, Marge wants to celebrate Christmas for once as a family, but excluding poor Grandpa Simpson. She has some strict rules in place. For example, she has their alarm clocks in a basket, and she wants everyone to wake up at a very specific time to open their presents.
7 a.m., no earlier.
Gosh, 7 AM? That's way too late for me to wake up at that time of the year. It's challenging. This was of course back when I was Bart and Lisa's age. Nowadays, I'm up a lot later on Christmas Day. To try and wake up before 7 AM, Bart drinks 12 glasses of water. On the night before Christmas, the Simpsons are asleep and Bart himself has a dream. It's a dream about Bart being shown and told by these various individuals and warnings to wake up and go pee before it's too late. I love the visuals in this dream sequence. It does a great job of alerting Bart to go to the toilet. The way everything looks from the thunder in the background towards the two firemen with their out of control hoses looks and feels troubling for Bart. So after his dream, Bart wakes up at 5:04 AM and heads downstairs after he went to pee. He opens a present, which is a toy truck of a fire engine, and starts to play with it. But then he sprays water from the fire engine's hose onto a bunch of electric plugs, and it then crashes into the plugs and catches on fire. After that, it gets worse. And then, much, much worse.
Who designed this house?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
So, accidentally, Bart burns and melts the Christmas tree and then buries the remains outside the front of the house. After burying the tree, Bart heads back into the house and tries not to be caught, and unexpectedly sees his family in the living room, and they all notice the tree and Christmas itself have gone. Everyone looks shocked, confused and upset, and Lisa questions Bart about what he was doing outside. He tries his hardest to make a decision on what he's going to say, and in the end...
I saw a burglar and he got all our stuff, including the tree.
So in the end, Bart lies about them being robbed, and everyone believes him. What I like about this episode's setup is that it shows an example of how a wonderful, luxurious and perfect time of the year can have a massive effect on people's emotions and lives when things go terribly wrong. This especially works on an execution level, the way it all goes wrong at the tree. It feels effective and devastating to experience. The aftermath of the incident shows believable and emotional reactions from the family and also the voice acting. A perfectly planned Christmas doesn't go as perfectly planned for The Simpsons. So, after Police Chief Wiggum, Lou and Eddie investigate the crime scene and interview Bart about the description of the burglar, the Simpsons try to find another way to celebrate and be happy on Christmas Day without having any of the material things.
Hey, why don't we walk over to Grandpa's and cheer up the old folks? That'll make us feel better.
So they start walking to the retirement home until they see the Flanders celebrating Christmas.
Looks like the Flanders are having a nice Christmas.
Is it me? Or does that pony look pissed and is ready to attack? So to make their Christmas look fun as well, Homer has an idea.
Pretend we got new cross-country skis.
They arrive at the retirement home and everyone, including Grandpa Simpson, seems happy and doesn't look like they need cheering up, leaving the family to feel down again. I like how The Simpsons uses a coping strategy to deal with their sadness and Christmas loss, focusing more on happiness and kindness for those in need. As someone like Marge feels, it's the true meaning of Christmas, such as for The Simpsons themselves and having in mind for the retirement lot in need of cheering up, which I'm sure many people can relate to. It's a well-written, relatable moment in the episode. When Homer is getting drunk at Moe's, Kent Brockman is on the TV and is interviewing his family about the situation.
So, while you're home today eating your sweet, sweet holiday turkey, I hope you'll all choke just a little bit.
Ah, the news. Always so delightful and positive to watch. Homer comes back home and Marge tells him a miracle has happened. When he enters the house, he sees the folks of Springfield and they have all given a lot of money for himself and his family, and also a new Christmas tree. All of this is because the good people of Springfield are showing kindness and sympathy towards the Simpsons situation. I really like how this moment is a similar reference to Frank Capra's 1946 Christmas masterpiece, It's a Wonderful Life, by similar reasons of giving money and similar themes. So a character like Bart, who isn't the most sensible and thoughtful person, and who would be over the moon at this moment, surprisingly feels guilty and terrible. Obviously due to the situation he accidentally caused. But also, he doesn't feel that his family, and especially himself, don't deserve to have all of this money. This makes him feel worse when he's being given $1 by 2 orphaned kids. It's like Bart is having a change of heart. So the Simpsons have made $15,000. Marge feels that they should replace the items that the burglar stole, but then someone like Edna Krabappel is like,
boring! Spend it on something fun. Go wild! Ha! Right, Seymour?
Yes.
So the family goes and buys something fun, which turns out to be a new car. Because of his guilt, Bart feels the money for the car should go to charity instead, but in the end it doesn't, which then turns out to be a waste of money. As Homer speeds up, the new car starts to spin around, They all jump out, it goes onto some ice, then drowns and gets destroyed. They're not having much luck with any of this luxury. In the next scene, Bart finally tells the truth to his family that there was no burglar and he accidentally burnt the tree down.
You little...
Lisa, no! Your hands are too weak!
Yeah, that is some great parenting there. Unexpectedly, Kent Brockman and the media are outside the front of the house. Brockman says some more sad and devastating words about the family's situation. Marge says thank you to the public's generosity, and then...
It's little Bart's fire truck!
Shit. Got your ass.
Bart then tells Kent Brockman about what actually happened, and also he mentions that his family didn't know anything. Not knowing, after filing the police report and spending all of that money from the good people of Springfield. However, the public feels hurt, scammed and lied to by the Simpsons, and trust me, it gets pretty crazy and effective in how they all feel. Tomatoes and a pineapple are thrown at the house, their car has a lot of crap on it, people walk out on them, the staff at Krusty Burger spits on their food, and Miss Hoover refuses to teach Lisa, and she gets called a liar by a certain someone.
Hi, liar!
Out of all the characters in The Simpsons, I never knew someone like Ralph could be that horrible with so much subtlety. Also, Homer gets ignored by his friends at work when something dangerous has happened, and Marge reads a lot of hate mail. Well, at least The Simpsons can now relate to someone like Stanley Kubrick. So after the family fails to get the money back from being on a game show, they return home with a big unexpected visit. Who are the folks of Springfield? And they all look surprisingly happy to see them. Marge feels it's a miracle and her family have been forgiven. That is, until...
Hey, wait a minute! They're taking our stuff!
Bloomin' heck, Hans! So their house gets burgled and everyone takes everything, leaving them pretty much nothing. I don't mean to nitpick here, but how on earth has it taken 6 seasons for Ned to get his barbecue grill back?
Consider your debt repaid, neighbor.
And then some.
After everyone leaves, the Simpsons yet again feel sad, and then Marge says something that feels topical for Christmas time. Given what they've been through, it's the best result for their position.
Having nothing reminds us how lucky we really are. We still have each other, and isn't that the best gift of all?
Which I think is one of the messages of this episode. It's not always about having the Christmas luxury, but more importantly, it's about having each other's happiness and health. No matter how stressful and giftless Christmas can be for some, for example The Simpsons in this episode. After Marge says her speech, Homer then reveals something that didn't get taken away.
But there's one thing they forgot to take away from us. This washcloth.
The episode ends when Marge decides to have some fun and takes the washcloth off Homer and gets chased and runs around the house with her family. It's a sweet and hopeful ending that shows that if you can relate to a family like The Simpsons during Christmas time, you may have less, but you actually have more. Even if it's just having a washcloth, you can still find happiness and fun with it. I really like The Simpsons, Miracle on Evergreen Terrace. This episode has once again great 2D animation with memorable and quotable comedy. It does a great job of presenting themes and messages about a perspective on the true meaning of Christmas and when things just don't work out. Also, the price of lies and guilt. When watching this episode during the holiday season, it always feels meaningful, timeless and thought-provoking. Anyway, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and please let me know your thoughts about this Simpsons Christmas episode, or your favourite Simpsons Christmas special in the comments below. Feel free to watch another video, have a wonderful and safe Christmas, and a happy new year. Until next time, in 2026.
It's craptacular.